Bea Bueno. I am originally from the Philippines, so I'm born from the Philippines, but I'm raised in Saudi Arabia, and now I'm currently in the US because of college. I study advertising design at the Fashion Institute of Technology. In Saudi Arabia, since I went to an international school, we had to have a general knowledge of everything, and art was one of the biggest things because that was actually a way for not just to express yourselves, a way for other people to understand what your culture was about. I loved art and digital art at the same time. I just tried to figure out and research so much about what's a combination of both of that. Plus, I can talk. So advertising was definitely the way to go on that. And here I am studying advertising design at FIT.
International students bring a lot of diversity to FIT. They bring their own histories and backgrounds and their cultural perspectives and worldviews. They bring the world to our campus. We were experiencing a very high volume of international applications, and those applications can involve a lot of documentation depending on how many schools the applicant attended, country they were coming from. It was becoming a bit unmanageable in that we didn't have international expertise within the admissions office. WES is the only evaluation service that does it all. They receive the documentation on behalf of the applicant from the issuing institutions. They scan the documentation and they evaluate, they verify, authenticate, and then they evaluate and assess the level of education, credits, grades, and things like that, and provide all of this to us. And for the applicant, they only have to submit their documentation once. And not only can they provide that evaluation to FIT, they can provide it to other schools, to future employers, to government agencies, wherever they need that file to go. WES has it on record for them, so it's a tremendous boon to our applicants and to us.
WES helps international students in a way that they definitely can have their credentials, whether it's in a different grading system, translated into the American system, so that we know that the colleges or universities we are applying to really understands where we're coming from, how we did in these classes, and they're definitely a service that the world needs.
I like chemistry, I like biology, and pharmacy has all of that to get the full package. My name is Jazelle Amaral. I'm from Brazil. I am a pharmacist, and I work at the Lutheran Medical Center in Brooklyn. I came here in 2008. I came to study English. When I started learning a little English and I didn't want to stay home, and I knew that if I stayed home, I would not advance it. And I found a job at a Portuguese restaurant. I struggled, but through this job I started gaining more confidence and do something, even though it wasn't my profession. And my profession was always there on the back of my mind. I'm doing everything because I will get there one day. I have a degree in Brazil, but you don't have a license. After I came here, I found this organization named the Upwardly Global. They referred me to World Education Service, and they asked me, have you had your degree evaluated? And I said, no. Oh, you need to go to look for a World Education Service and have your degree evaluation. I said, what for? Right now I'm not thinking about going back to college, and I thought it was just for educational purpose. I said, no. Also, some employees, they may ask you if you go to an interview, oh, you have a degree, but how can you prove us? And so I went to the World Education Service website. Everything is so well explained. Even though it can be a little, difficult process, it's very well explained. So I did everything, I had help in my country with my family to go to my university, send everything. And then it was very quick, the process, and then my evaluation came back. And then came back, I was so surprised. You know why? I realized I have all the requirements to apply for my license as a pharmacist here. Because one of the requirements is you need to have a 5-year degree back in your country. And I didn't know that. And if I hadn't done that evaluation, I would still be here without knowing my evaluation was equivalent to the US. And now I'm going out through the process to become a pharmacist in the US.
I would love to be an art director. I would love to just experience like how the whole advertising, like branding and campaigns and all of that happen, whether it's digital or print. And I think it's just what I was meant to do.
I have like changed. I think I'm another person, and in the end, it has been great because I have grown a lot. I'm more mature, and I know exactly what I wanted.